by Evil and Usman attempt by a four-man robbery gang to divert a 44,000 litres ago tanker that was hijacked from a tanker driver along the Asodi-Apapa Expressway, Lagos, has been foiled by operatives of the Federal Anti-Robbery Squad, Lagos State Police Command, following the arrest of 3 suspected members of the gang. Among the arrested suspects was a lance corporal with the Nigerian army, identified as Iwegbalim Peter, while the operatives are still on the trail of the fleeing 4th suspect, said to also be a serving soldier. The Vanguard gathered that the gang trailed the tanker driver who loaded at one of the tank farms along the expressway, from Mile 2 to Seal, where it intercepted it. The truck driver and his conductor were thereafter ordered by the soldiers who accused them of being buccaroos to enter their operational vehicle, while the suspected leader of the gang, Ikechukwu Ezekwe, 44, drove the truck away. Operatives who were contacted tracked the hijacked truck to Aja, where Ikechukwu was about to sell the content to a ready buyer. In this interview, Ikechukwu, who admitted to have hired the services of the 2 soldiers, disclosed that he would have shared the amount realized from the sale of the stolen content on a 50-50 percentage with the soldiers. According to the father of 2, "This is my first time of hijacking an ago tanker. We used to hijack petroleum product from pipeline vandals, posing as security agents. But the clampdown on vandals by security agents also affected business for us. I initiated the plan to hijack the tanker loaded with 45,000 ago. I invited this soldier," pointing at Peter, "and another soldier. On the day of the operation, on a Friday, we waited at Mile 2 for over 2 hours, for tanker loaded with ago diesel and not petrol because the buyer insisted on ago. By the time I sighted the truck loaded with the specified product, I told the driver to move behind it, until we got to Seal bus stop, where I took the tanker. I was already at Aja, where the buyer, who was waiting in his car, drove ahead to the filling station where the content would be offloaded. But immediately he sighted the police van block the truck, he zoomed off. The arrangement was for him to buy the product at N130 per litres, instead of N180, N190 sold per litres at the depot." On his part, Lance Corporal Peter denied having any knowledge that the truck was to be hijacked. He said, "When Ikechukwu contacted me, he said I should assist him to intercept some buccaroos along the Asodi-Apapa Expressway. He told me he was a tanker driver. By the time we intercepted the truck, we ordered the driver and his motorboy to enter into the taxi we used. Inside the taxi were another soldier, the driver and myself. When we interrogated them, they said we're coming from a tank farm where the product was bought. They also showed us the invoice. We drove for a while and asked them to alight when we were convinced they were not buccaroos. By the time Ikechukwu contacted me on phone, he said I should meet him in a hotel at Alafia, only for me to discover that he had been arrested. I regret my action. The worst part is that I have been dismissed from the Nigerian army because of an act one did not collect a dime for. My 7 years in the army has gone down the drain." Also in his part, driver of the gang's operational car, Olarewaju Daranju, said he was also not aware that his car was to be used for a criminal act. He explained that Ikechukwu called him, like every other time, to take him to Mile 2, only to be ordered to follow the truck to Seal, from where it was hijacked. He also added that Ikechukwu was yet to pay him for the service.